So as we're continuing to clean, we've gotten most of the veneer off on this side, up to about here, and then I started on an edge here to move this way. And you hear that? I don't really want to know what's there, although I think I already know what's there. But let's discover it together. Oh, yeah. Oh. Right. Wow. Oh my. I suppose it all can't be good news, but this is the outside veneer, right there. So that's not great, and it's just not great. I'm going to have a think about this.
And this week's all about sanding and priming, so that is precisely what we're going to do. So here we're going to start on the nav station veneer and on the bulkhead in front of it, and the whole thing's getting 80 grit, and then I think I go over it with a 100 grit a little bit later, halfway through. Then it's priming time.
Right, quick update on our progress. We have another round of fairing that's been done here and sanding. So the sanding was done yesterday, but I haven't gotten to the boat at all really this week. And today is Wednesday and this video is going to go out tomorrow. I haven't done anything there. We have painted over here, as you've seen, and done a little bit more cleaning up of the veneer on this side and up to about here. And what you've just seen is me sanding the nav station. Another thing that happened is we've started more work on the floors, and that's kind of the idea we're going for. I've ordered them and we'll probably do it. The floor here has been sanded, and I'm going to do a little bit more of that today. But then there's this, and this is kind of weird. So I know what this is. So I don't know why they made so many bloody holes, but yeah. This underneath here is a grey water tank. So everything from the sink goes into there, and then there's a macerator pump, and it goes out and overboard. I don't even know if you can see in there, but it's pretty gross. And then there's like a little shelf here, and I can't get to this shelf. There's muck and stuff that fell in there. I'm guessing oil, just like all the other bits and pieces that melted over here when the table was here during the fire. So I think I should have a look and see if there's any way at all to get into that space. And I don't believe there is. I think that this whole area, I mean, have a look at this. So it ends here. That's our access, and that's where it ends. That's obviously the water tank, and there's no way to get to here. So what should I do? Do I cut this out and then replace it with a new board? Leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think I can do. There's really no access there, and I don't know what else to do in this case. It makes sense that I should cut it out. It means I can't do the floor for a bit longer, and I'm still really struggling to find decent pieces of wood. For example, this table, I'm looking for nice hardwood, and never mind the price, but just availability. Even if I had the money, I couldn't afford it, and they're not available. So yeah, let me carry on with sanding. I want to prime this today, and maybe the bulkhead as well, but I need to wash that one first.
And then after a great deal of washing, the primer is mixed up, and I've taped off all of the edges that I want to keep, all of the trim, and I'm going to start on the bulkhead. This didn't take too long, but I was quite surprised just how many coats it actually took to get some of that stain off. This smoke from the fire really just permeated everything. I must say I'm quite astounded at the combination of heat and smoke and what that does to almost everything around it. But anyway, let me finish this up quick. Right, now with the nav station sufficiently primed, I'm moving on to the other bulkhead. So this is going to be the third coat of primer. There's probably 2 coats of primer before I did the fairing, and then I did some sanding and a bit more fairing. So this is going to be the final coat of primer, and then a little bit later I put the first very thin top coat on here. It'll probably take 2 or 3 top coats to get rid of all the tiny imperfections. but I think it's looking good already. So it's been about 2 hours and the primer is now touch dry. That's why I love using this primer into guard. It's really great. And now I'm going to do a bit of testing. Yep, no stickiness. And the first coat of top coat Interthane 990 is going on here. This will be a very simple application, and it's definitely going to need a light sanding afterwards if I want a good finish, and then another coat. I might get away with just 2 coats, but depending on the bulkheads. Let's have a look and see how it all looks. And now I'll do a very light coat of top coat on this bulkhead. Basically I'm just finishing off the bit of paint, but it makes such a huge difference already, and the whole place smells so much better. It's great.
So, it's been a long day. I haven't accomplished as much as I'd like to, but sanding and priming, etc. takes a bit of time. So, nav station area. So here we have the nav station, and it needs a second coat, 100%. I need to work on that side. All of that needs to be removed and dealt with somehow, I'm not sure. But I'm already feeling a lot better about it. And then obviously this side. Over here, I've put a very light coat on, like I said, and it's a very light top coat. Does it look great? Well, no. When I put a proper thicker top coat on, some of these little imperfections will go away. But that's the best we can do. I'm not going to seek perfection. You know, the only way to really do that is put new wood with new veneer, and yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'll have to cut all of this off. And then under here, I've done again a very light coat under all of that. We will put new trims on, and then once the floor is on, it'll look so much better. Speaking of which, let's bring it over here and see what it looks like. So we have multiple versions of this. The new floors have not arrived, unfortunately. I have to wait for them to arrive. And it's hard to tell with just these small sample strips, but everything will look a lot better. But that's probably about all that I have time for today. So tomorrow I'm going to come in. Hopefully this will be dry, the nav station, and then I can actually maybe work here on the boat again for the first time in couple of weeks, well, a month now since the fire. So, see you tomorrow. Alright, it's the next day and I'm just really tidying up. We've taken some trim off and it's like charcoal. I had to drill out the screw areas because the screws were completely destroyed. Also, it's become incredibly windy, so this will be it for this week. I do have somebody washing the boat, so the bottom's getting cleaned, and on Mistress as well, but that'll be it for this week. Thanks everybody for watching. Consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed, and even better, leave a comment and chat with me. Tell me what you think I should do about the floors. We will be covering them, but what do I do about that little area with all the holes? Do I cut that out and put a new board in? So I'm in two minds about that. Anyway, have a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye.